Panama Canal holds more than just ships. It hides mysteries beneath its depths. Over the years, divers have uncovered sunken submarines, pirate shipwrecks, ghostly artifacts, and alarming environmental changes. Some discoveries have shocked historians, while others have terrified scientists. What lies beneath this vital waterway? Recovery of the submarine 05. What started as a routine transit through the canal turned into a nightmare at the bottom of the sea. In October 1923, the US submarine 05 collided with a steamship and sank, trapping crew members inside as the wreckage settled beneath the water. While 2 men perished, 1 remained alive, locked in a torpedo room, running out of air. What followed was one of the most daring underwater rescues in history. Diver Shepherd J. Shreves, using only primitive equipment, descended into the murky canal waters and managed to save the last survivor, Henry Briot. This event proved just how dangerous the canal could be. Not just for those on the surface, but for those who never made it back up. But this wasn't the only submarine lost in the canal, and not all of them were recovered. Discovery of the submarine explorer. Imagine diving deep into the waters off the coast of Panama and stumbling upon a long-lost relic from the past. That's exactly what happened in the early 2000s, when maritime archaeologists discovered the wreckage of the submarine explorer, a vessel built in the 1860s that was decades ahead of its time. Designed for underwater pearl diving, this early submarine should have been a triumph of engineering, but instead, it became a death trap. The crew suffered from severe decompression sickness, and the submarine was abandoned, left to decay beneath the waves. When divers found it over a century later, they were shocked by its advanced construction, with features that resembled modern-day submersibles. But why was it left to rust in the depths? And what else has been abandoned beneath the canal's waters, waiting to be found? Identification of Captain Kidd's Quedagh merchant pirates and lost treasure. Sounds like fiction, right? But in 2007, divers uncovered evidence that one of history's most infamous pirates had left his mark on Panama. For centuries, the wreck of the Quedagh merchant, a ship stolen by Captain William Kidd, had been nothing more than a legend. Some believed it had sunk somewhere in the Caribbean, while others thought it had vanished without a trace. But when marine archaeologists discovered cannons and artifacts matching Kidd's ship, they finally confirmed the truth. This notorious privateer had abandoned his ship near Panama. The discovery not only solved a 300-year-old mystery, but also raised new questions about how many more pirate ships might still be hidden beneath the waters of the canal. And Kidd wasn't the only legendary figure to leave his wrecks behind. Exploration of Henry Morgan's fleet. If Captain Kidd's ship wasn't enough to send chills down your spine, how about the fleet of one of the most feared pirates of all time? In 2010, divers near the Chagres River, which flows into the Panama Canal, stumbled upon cannons and wooden remains of Henry Morgan's fleet. In 1671, Morgan led an infamous attack on Panama City, but several of his ships never made it. Rough waters and treacherous currents sank them before they could even reach land. For centuries, their final resting place remained a mystery. But when archaeologists uncovered the wreckage, they realized how violent and chaotic those final moments must have been. Morgan was a pirate feared by many, but his ghostly fleet now rests beneath Panama's waters. And it makes you wonder, what other lost ships could be hiding just out of sight, waiting to be discovered? Removal of ghost nets near Otoke Island. Not all dangers lurking in the canal's waters are ancient. Some are man-made horrors floating beneath the surface, silently killing marine life. In 2017, divers made a disturbing discovery. Huge amounts of ghost nets tangled in the reefs near Otoke Island. These abandoned fishing nets had become deadly traps, ensnaring everything from sea turtles to sharks. As divers worked to remove them, they realized the extent of the damage. Dozens of creatures, long dead, still entangled in the nets. Scientists warn that the Panama Canal's increased shipping activity could make this problem worse. As more vessels pass through, pollution continues to build, turning this crucial waterway into an underwater graveyard. While ghost nets reveal the deadly impact of human activity, The next discovery proved that life can thrive in the most unexpected and extreme environments. Discovery of hydrothermal vents. Not all discoveries beneath the ocean are terrifying. Some rewrite our understanding of life itself. In 1977, scientists aboard the Alvin submersible made a groundbreaking discovery in the Galapagos Rift, not far from the Panama Canal. While exploring the deep sea, they stumbled upon hydrothermal vents, towering structures spewing scalding, mineral-rich water into the abyss. What they found around these vents shocked the scientific community, an entire ecosystem thriving in total darkness. Giant tube worms, blind shrimp, and bacteria that survived without sunlight were living off the heat and chemicals from the vents. Before this, scientists believed life depended entirely on sunlight, but this discovery proved otherwise. Not only did it change marine biology forever, but it also sparked a new question. Could life exist in extreme environments beyond Earth? Today, these deep-sea vents remain a major inspiration for the search for alien life on icy moons like Europa and Enceladus. But the Alvin submersible wasn't done making history yet. Alvin submersible dives. The Alvin submersible, after passing through the Panama Canal, went on to conduct some of the most important deep-sea dives in history. With each descent, it revealed hidden landscapes of the ocean floor, from underwater volcanoes to deep trenches previously thought to be lifeless. Scientists on board Alvin explored the deepest, darkest parts of the ocean, gathering evidence of geological activity, bizarre deep-sea creatures, and hydrothermal vents. Their discoveries revolutionized oceanography, climate science, and even earthquake research. Perhaps the most strange part? Many of these deep-sea locations remain unexplored to this day. Scientists believe there could be entire ecosystems and unknown species still lurking in the darkness, beyond the reach of human eyes. But while some discoveries expanded our knowledge, others revealed disturbing changes happening right now in the Panama Canal itself. Impact of canal expansion on marine life. The 2016 expansion of the Panama Canal was a modern engineering triumph, but it also unleashed an unexpected environmental disaster. In recent years, scientists have made a shocking observation. Fish species from both the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans are now entering Lake Gatun, a massive freshwater lake at the heart of the canal. Why is this so terrifying? These saltwater predators are invading freshwater ecosystems, disrupting native species, and threatening the delicate balance of life in the region. Fish like snooks, jacks, and snappers, which should never have been able to survive in the lake, are now thriving. Scientists fear that if this trend continues, it could permanently alter Panama's ecosystem. The discovery has sparked urgent debates about the unintended consequences of massive engineering projects. But this isn't the only biological invasion happening in the canal. Something even more aggressive and deadly has been found. Studies of invasive species in the canal. The Panama Canal was never meant to be a highway for invasive species, but that's exactly what it has become. Over the years, divers and scientists have observed a disturbing trend. Species that never should have crossed oceans are now spreading unchecked. One of the biggest threats? The lionfish. Originally from the Indo-Pacific, lionfish have now taken over parts of the Atlantic, decimating native fish populations. These venomous predators have no natural enemies in the region, allowing them to wreak havoc on marine ecosystems. But lionfish aren't the only problem. Scientists have found dozens of invasive species hitchhiking through the canal, spreading into new waters where they don't belong. Some experts fear that this silent invasion could forever change the balance of marine life in both the Atlantic and Pacific. But the canal doesn't just hold biological threats, it also hides secrets of civilizations long forgotten. Archaeological surveys of pre-Columbian artifacts. The Panama Canal is often seen as a modern marvel, but its waters hold stories from the past, some dating back thousands of years. In recent years, archaeologists diving in the region have uncovered astonishing artifacts from civilizations that existed long before the canal was ever built. Among the discoveries, ceramic pieces, tools, and remnants of ancient settlements, all belonging to pre-Columbian cultures that once thrived in Panama. Some of the most fascinating finds include carved stone tools that suggest these early societies used the waterways for trade and travel. These discoveries challenge the idea that the region was isolated before European explorers arrived. Instead, it was likely a bustling trade route, connecting ancient civilizations long before the canal was constructed. Even after all these years, the canal continues to reveal its hidden past. But what else is still waiting to be found? The Panama Canal isn't just a waterway. It's a place of history, mystery, and danger. From sunken submarines and lost pirate ships to alien-like creatures and environmental catastrophes, scientists are still uncovering its secrets. Could more forgotten wrecks, lost civilizations, or even unknown species be lurking beneath its surface? Let us know which discovery shocked you the most. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.